Hola amigos, this is Backpack, your guide to the fascinating world of adventures. Have you guessed where I am? Do you think I'm in Spain? No, I'm not. I've decided to pop over to Portugal. Between you and me, Portuguese and Spanish do sound similar, and sometimes you can get them mixed up. But otherwise, these two countries are so different that after our exciting tour of southern Spain, I couldn't miss the chance to show you a bit of Portugal. This time, I only got to spend 3 days here, but what an intense few days they were. Although I don't have time to explore the whole country, what I did see left me utterly spellbound. What was I doing in Portugal? I was drinking port wine accompanied by fado, of course. After all, this emotional and melancholic music goes well with this strong wine, which has become a real symbol of the country, arousing as much pride as Cristiano Ronaldo. But Portugal isn't just about port wine and soccer. It's sea, colorful fishing villages, ancient cities, breathtaking scenery, and delicious food. There are so many treasures in this country that you can discover, just like the great Portuguese explorers did. All aboard! We are embarking on an exciting voyage to Portugal's amazing capital, Lisbon. A city of narrow streets, traditional houses decorated with colorful azulejo tiles, and famous yellow streetcars rattling past. Our first stop after a long voyage is Eduardo VII Park, located in the heart of Lisbon. It's an idyllic place to relax, surrounded by trees offering shade and well-kept lawns. At the top, there is an observation deck, above which you'll find a giant Portuguese flag waving. Just looking at it, you can't help but feel the immense pride that pervades this small country. It's a great place for a photo. A little higher up, we find ourselves in the charming Jardim Amália Rodrigues Gardens, named after the legendary fado singer. At the heart of this oasis, there is a lake where music concerts and even fashion shows are held. Its mirror-like surface creates a very peaceful atmosphere. You might think that the planes flying overhead would disturb the silence, but in fact, they only add to Lisbon's charm. The proximity of Portela Airport to the city means that those iron birds are constantly crossing the sky, flying in and out from all over the world, creating a breathtaking sight and giving the city panorama a dynamic and romantic feel. So, have you got enough rest? Then it's time to continue exploring Lisbon. What is this strange iron tower that looks like the Eiffel Tower? It's hard to believe, but the Santa Justa lift has been in use since the 19th century, connecting the upper and lower parts of the city. Lisbon is built on 7 hills, and getting around on foot is no easy task. But the famous streetcars, elevators, and escalators make it easier. Even today, you can still climb the 45-meter high spiral staircase to the top to admire the view over the tiled roofs of the historical center.
Sorriso e uma companhia.
By the way, my brave adventurers, are you afraid of heights? No? Then let's take a ride to the other side of the Tagus River over this incredible suspension bridge and visit the Sanctuary of Christ the King Monument. This is one of the tallest statues in the world. It's 110 meters taller than the famous Christ the Redeemer statue in Rio de Janeiro. Inside, there is an elevator that takes visitors to the observation deck. Standing there, you can literally see all of Lisbon laid out in front of you like an open book. Here's the Tagus River, and here is the bridge we drove over. This is the 25th of April Bridge, and it's one of Lisbon's most iconic landmarks, connecting the city on the north bank with Almada on the south bank. Does it remind you of something? That's right, it looks a lot like the famous Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. Are you tired yet? Then let's take an evening stroll through Lisbon and find something to eat after such a busy day. Oh, what have we got here? Lisbon is famous for its fresh seafood, and many street cafes offer the fresh catch of the day, ranging from fish to oysters to lobsters. And here is the famous Portuguese dessert, pastel de nata, a sweet and flavorsome egg custard tart with a crispy crust. I think I'll take 2. After a day in the bustling city, I decided to relax in Ericeira, which deserves a special mention for its no less than 40 picturesque beaches. Today, this old fishing village is a mecca for surfing. But even if you don't like catching waves, you can just relax on the beach under the warm sun and enjoy the pleasant sea breeze. Or take a stroll around the area to see the majestic canyon, the ruins of the fort, and the local church, all of which are remainders of the site's grand past. Feeling energized and with a boost of vitamin D, we headed towards Cabo da Roca. But on the way, we stopped by the Hotel Fortaleza do Guincho, located in a real old fortress with stone walls, towers, and courtyards. What a luxurious and beautiful place. It makes you want to spend a night here. But there's no time to rest, because Cabo da Roca, the cape which marks the westernmost point of mainland Europe, awaits me. The cliffs of Cabo da Roca were considered to be the edge of the earth until the end of the 14th century. People come to this spot to admire the beauty of its steep cliffs, to appreciate the power of the ocean waves, and to feel a little bit like explorers themselves. At Cabo da Roca, there's a stone monument on top, which there is a cross. On the monument, you can read how the famous Portuguese poet Luís Camões described this cape. This is the place where the land ends and the sea begins. So, do you still have some energy left? Then hold on tight, amigos. We're in for a day of nature in the Serra da Arrábida National Park. Our first destination is the historic Castelo de Palmela. This castle is now home to a luxury hotel with a good restaurant and an impressive view of the park. You can imagine how noble knights and royalty once enjoyed this magnificent scenery from here, and now so are we. And if you're into history, don't forget to visit the World War I Museum to learn more and appreciate the heroism and courage of the people during these challenging times. On the way, we stopped at an observation deck at the top of the hill, which offers a spectacular view of the park and the vast expanse of ocean beyond. The local attractions don't end here. Nearby, there's another stunning fort of São Felipe de Setúbal. Here, there's a cafe where you can try delicious local pastries while admiring the panoramic view of the Troia Peninsula with its luxurious hotels, which are rumored to belong to Abramovich. And of course, there is the jewel of the Serra da Arrábida, a small bay called Portinho da Arrábida, with its beach of the same name. Finally, after walking around so much, I got hungry and went to a local restaurant, Do Portinho, which had an amazing view of the sea and equally amazing fresh seafood. Highly recommended. But all good things come to an end. That said, do you remember what I said about port wine at the beginning? I wasn't kidding. Before leaving Portugal, I couldn't help but check out the oldest winery, José María de Fonseca, which was founded in 1834. What better place to raise a glass to life, new adventures and discoveries, and a perfect ending to our journey through Portugal. What I've shown you today is only a small part of this amazing country, so I will definitely be back to show you more of its beautiful places. And to make sure you don't miss my next videos, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click on the bell. Also, I would be very grateful if you could give this video a like. Thank you very much, and see you soon, world travelers.